Hi, I'm Rob, and in this Gems of War video I'm going to show you the team order and the strategy I use to do all of these trials, these epic trials in Grosh-Nak. So let's go to the end one, let's do it the other way around, it's quicker. 350. Right, this Drake Rider, I believe, before I changed the order, was at the bottom. We'll put it to the top because basically it's a 100% chance to summon a Drake on death. So that is a good thing. That means you can use this as the meat shield, if you like. This is going to take a damage and you get a guaranteed summon at the same time when it goes. Converts all yellow gems to red. Not too worried about that spell. It can work because obviously you need red for these two, but I don't like the fact it changes yellow away because we need yellow for Grosh-Nak and we also need yellow for Fist of Zorn, converting all the yellow gems to skulls. So we'll concentrate mainly on this one here for the mana gen. Creates 8 red gems boosted by orc allies and enemies. We have all orcs on our side, we're going to have orcs on the other side, so that is going to be a hell of a lot of red gems when we cast this. We've got to be pretty unlucky not to fill up these two when we cast that. So these two are in last place, the reason being this one creates 8 red gems boosted by the orcs, so if you have that anywhere else, like below at the bottom, then if these ones go first, you're creating red gems for nothing. So basically this is a logical order to have these ones in. So Grosh-Nak, really good, starts battles with full mana, inflicts Hunter's Mark, which does double skull damage, then converts all green gems to skulls. Fist of Zorn converts yellow gems to skulls and gives attack to the first ally. Also starts with full mana. So you have a little choice but to kill these in order really, because this is the only one that does damage, and it's going to take way too long to start thinking about getting rid of these first in any way but just in order of skulls. So forget about that and just rely on the skulls. Get used to the fact they are going to have some summons. This thing here has a 100% chance to summon a Drake on death, so as soon as you kill that it is going to bring a summon. This one here has a summon as part of its spell, so when you vacate that gap at the top and this is ready to cast, it will bring in a summon. But the enemy that comes in is nowhere near as powerful as these ones, so don't worry about it too much. The same as Grosh-Nak at the bottom, has a guaranteed summon as part of its spell, but again, that troop is nowhere near as powerful as these initial ones. So let's go! Looking for green to skulls or yellow to skulls. The cool thing about this event is basically you can retry if you like. If you didn't like your start or you didn't have a very good start on board or you felt things were against you, you can just press retreat and restart and try again. Doesn't take many turns sometimes if you like to just start with a nice extra turn and things like that. Grosh-Nak, looking to cast only when basically you can get 4 match is preferred, or at least when you're not setting the enemy up for a skull hit retaliation, and the reason is the enemy's attack is almost bound to be higher than yours. So you do not want to trade skull hits if you can avoid it. Alright, so we've not got too much going on for us here. So we may as well take that. It's getting a balance really, because you need the green to charge this, but you also need the green for Grosh-Nak. So yeah, bit of a balancing act. Take that, so it's going to be a skull whack. You have to get used to summons on this as well, by the way. Like this thing will generate a Drake upon death, so that would be an automatic summon. This may well, if it gets a chance to cast, will do a summon as well if there's a gap. This has a chance of a summon again if there's a vacant gap, and that happens towards the end of the game, but luckily the opponents are nowhere near as powerful as they are at the beginning. They're like lesser versions with not as higher attack, not as higher armor, and not as higher life. So I'm not going to do that. It's just not good enough, basically. Everybody is charged up. Right, let's go for it. Get red, or I can take that. I'll take it this way. It's not too bad to take this like this. Again, you're going to set the enemy up, you see, so I've changed my mind on that one. I do not want to take that. I do not want to trade skull hits. You can cast this if you want to get a lot of red in a hurry. We can do it that way instead. Keep a lookout for yellow to skulls, green to skulls, literally every single turn. There's our Drake that's appeared. It's gonna happen, you pretty much can't avoid it. Wouldn't mind manipulating the gems to try and get that death mark gem near this, so when you get that, it's gonna cause a death mark. That'd be really handy. Oh, that was really good on the yellow for just a second, then went away again. This kind of thing is a bit of a battle of attrition. You do have to stay with it, you do have to be patient. Don't lose your patience and just go for things you shouldn't really be doing. Quite often you feel like the colours are not on your side, and it will often feel like that. Right, let's do this. This is going to be a nice little hit. And our loyal mount. Don't be afraid to lose the top troop, not too early of course, but as soon as you get past these first two, then that is the main part of it done, and it's not too bad after that. But it feels like you're getting nowhere at first, but you do have to kind of stick with it. Right, Trick Nala, nothing going on really. You can cast this, generate lots of red. Change the board around. If it's in your favour, you'll get some nice colour conversions. Nothing really doing though. Just a single 3-match yellow there. We'd be setting them up for a skull hit there, so I don't want to trade skulls on that. Green is actually worse because we're going to give them a 4-match. So again, be patient. I'm going to get rid of that green actually. Again, not good on yellow, setting them up a bit. Take your time with these ones, no rush. The top troop is not very good, but I'd rather get that than give it to them. They've left me that, which is very generous of them. I'll absolutely take that, thank you very much. Only got a little bit of life left, so what can we do here? I'm going to trade skulls regardless, so I may as well let them have the first hit. Not quite good enough for my Fist of Zorn just yet. About to lose my top troop. It's okay, no need to panic. You'd be surprised how good the bottom 2 troops are when they get going, especially when you get a little bit of luck when they can cast back to back. Let's cast Trick Nala first. There you go, just saying about casting back to back and it arrives straight away. Don't get that necessarily, you don't want to spoil something good like this. I'd rather cast this right away. Get that done, they're gone. Let's grab that, we might get a nice cascade. But we can make this into a 4-match by taking this purple. Got another nice skull hit here. I'm just checking around for any Trick Nala conversions because I'd rather do that because it implies Hunter's Mark first. But nothing doing, we'll have to do that first. If you can get through these without this summoning, it's a bit of a miracle. So don't get despondent if you end up getting the odd summon because it's kind of going to happen. Oh, we have a nice Trick Nala conversion here, look. Lovely jubbly. Lots of damage. They're gone. Into the last opponent now. See, now what you're looking for is to deny Grosh-Nak red and yellow at the same time, which is tricky because it's the colours we want as well to a degree. So, like I say, if you manage to get away without giving that thing a summon, it is a bit of a miracle. But we will take this Skull Wallop. We are enraged, we're doing extra damage, we're bypassing any traits. Doesn't have any armor reduction anyway, but we'll absolutely do that. Oh, a lovely double hit there. Nearly ready to cast though. My Trick Nala is up. So is my Zorn. But nothing doing on that so far. Right. Even though blue is the recommended thing, I'm tempted to take this red, because there's no red and yellow for him to take. And that has left us a not too bad a thing. I don't care about trading skull hits now. When you get to this point, unless you get really unlucky, you can trade the odd skull hit. So I'll definitely do this. Because we're only one away now from, well, two maybe, from getting the job done. One of them's just about to come. This Trick Nala can do some tricky dicky, and here we go. This is going to be game. There it is. So yeah, like if you lose your top troop early, don't worry about it too much. That sort of thing absolutely can happen. Let's upgrade this thing. Thank you very much. And yeah, just keep with it. Just keep an eye on those conversions. It takes some time sometimes, but it's all about patience and just making the right move. And not losing patience and not just doing crazy moves just because you got a bit fed up with the board not going your way. But there it is. That's how I've done it. Fairly straightforward in the end. But yeah, if you enjoyed the video, be sure to bash that like and subscribe button. It really does help. But most of all, thanks for watching, and I'll catch you again next time. Bye for now.